Hello everyone. In this video we're going to get relief from tight knots in our shoulder, and we're also going to get help for shoulder impingement. Let's first look at some of the anatomy. So here we have a scapula. So we're looking at the front of the scapula. This here is the back. If you look at the back, you can see that there's this very interesting structure called the spine of the scapula. This here is the acromion. This here is the joint surface here, the little face called the glenoid fossa. And on the other side, you see it's like slightly concave in through there. Now, points that are going to be important for us are actually also this one here called the coracoid process, because in a moment we're going to be massaging around that area. Up here in this groove exists a muscle that can cause us a lot of problems. It's called the supraspinatus. And I have a muscle model right here. I can show you that. So the supraspinatus exists right in this space. You can see this here should be tendon, not red like that, but you know, it's a model. And its job is very important in the initial phase of lifting your arm. It helps to lift the arm, but it also helps to center the humeral head, so this bone here, in the socket. Now, the muscle happens to be a bit too small for evolutionary reasons for its task, and also it doesn't really have the very best circulation, blood flow to the muscle in this area here. And then also what happens, so it's like a triple problem, is that when you lift your arm, there is a certain danger that the arm will roll up like that and push the muscle and the tendon against the acromion. So it'll roll up and squeeze the muscle here, the tendon, against this point underneath here. And so we have to organize this area a little better so that doesn't happen, and we have to help the supraspinatus muscle. So let's start with that. So the first thing that's interesting to know is that if I take this bone here called the clavicle and I position it right here properly, connecting to the acromion, we can see that this point here is right underneath the clavicle. So this is going to be a great place to massage, to release tension here in the anterior part of the shoulder and reduce or eliminate slouched shoulders. And that's going to help the whole impingement problem a whole lot. And then we're going to go above the clavicle and we're going to massage in here. We're going to massage the supraspinatus with our fingers, specific points like this, and release some tension out of that area. So let's get going. We are going to find our clavicle. So the way to do that is you're going to touch here the front of your shoulder and you just tap like that, and most likely you'll immediately feel that bone. You'll be tapping the clavicle right to there. Then you want to put your fingers underneath the clavicle. See how I'm scooping my fingers? I'm scooping my fingers underneath the clavicle. You do that right here and you massage underneath this clavicle. And this could be a little tender. There's a small but very important muscle underneath the clavicle called the subclavius, well, obvious name. And then if we push out to the side while remaining under the clavicle, we are going to find this point there, the coracoid process. So just stay under the clavicle, push out, and just massage through there. Massage that a little bit. And there's three muscles that attach to that point. Don't worry about it. One is the pec minor. And just massaging there a little bit will already take tension out of your shoulder and improve posture. Just compare the sides. You feel the shoulders already more dropped. If you lift your arms, you'll notice it's easier to lift your arms. So that is a little intervention to improve the fundamental posture of your shoulder. Then the next thing we want to do is we want to touch the clavicle, but now we're going to go above the clavicle. So I'm walking my fingers up right through here. And the first thing you're going to encounter there probably is the trapezius, which tends to also tighten up, especially if we have our shoulders up a lot and forward a lot. We need to, of course, learn how to change our habits, not just have exercises that quickly fix a problem for a half a day. We want to be people with free, relaxed, comfortable shoulders. It just makes everything so much easier. So we're going to move here and we can feel all this muscle. That's mostly the trapezius. And if you go further back, you're going to arrive here at the spine of the scapula. So you're going to arrive here at the spine of the scapula. Remember we talked about it right through there. So if you've arrived at the spine of the scapula, that's a good thing, because all we need to do now is move our fingers up a little bit and you will be on the supraspinatus. Now, I recommend taking your elbow and just placing it on the table in front of you, or wherever you can put it also on a higher surface, because that's going to relax the trapezius and it's going to be easier for you to massage the supraspinatus. So I'm just pushing in with my fingers. I'm gently massaging and I'm relaxing the shoulder by placing my elbow here on the table. So I massage, move around a little bit. Careful, there might be some very tender points. The closer you get here to this corner between the clavicle and the spine of the scapula, this corner right through there, the more tender it will be. So I'm massaging into there. Very good. You're breathing, of course, as you're doing this. And then if you drop your shoulder, you're going to notice again, wow, I've really released that shoulder. Lift your arms up, and then you're going to notice much freer, much more comfortable on that side. If you move this shoulder, feels a lot smoother than the other side. And by the way, noticing differences after an exercise between the sides is very helpful for the brain to improve new patterns, and that's the name of the game, because you want the neurons up there to reprogram how they're moving these muscles so you're not constantly causing pain to your habits. Let's go to the other side. So we're going to find our clavicle here in front, clavicle. We're going to tap, and then we're going to scoop our fingers underneath like a scoop. Massage underneath there. You can actually move your shoulder a little bit as you do that. And we're breathing. And then push out to the side, and you're going to find that bony point there. So that's called the coracoid process. Remember the coracoid process? So this bony point here. So we're massaging that. Very nice. Good all around. And then we walk our fingers up onto the trapezius here, this muscle there, and back to the spine of the scapula, right there. Then we go back again a little bit and we massage with our elbow on the table. So the trapezius relaxes a little bit, and now you can really find this point. This is where you want to go, in the corner between the clavicle and the spine of the scapula. And you massage in there. Careful, can be tender. So we're massaging through there, move and breathe. And this is something you should do regularly, at least once a day, until you feel much more organized and relaxed and comfortable in your shoulders. So this is not just going to eliminate the problem for, a few hours. It's going to fundamentally reorganize how you feel in your shoulders. And that's probably what you already feel now. Shoulders are more dropped. Spine is more lengthened, just a lot more comfortable, probably more open through here as well. And let's lift our arms and notice what it feels like. A lot better. And if you want to experience many more exercises that'll make you feel so much better also in your neck, your face, all over the top area here, including the top of the spine, then we have an upcoming webinar with tons of great experiences. You're going to feel so good after this. And of course, you're going to get the PDF with all the exercises that you can practice at home. And also you can watch the replay, and we're going to have a lot of fun and feel so much better. So looking forward to seeing you there, and have a wonderful day.